gave us stuff to do stuff on Lexlock lore. Oh.
Oh yeah, nice. Well, we are live. We're definitely live. There we go. All right, welcome back. I got Doomhand Skulls of Power. This is the
Roll high and
third.
subscribe.
Yeah, Chris beat me to it, as per usual. This is the third session of the Mind Flare submarine thing. All right, so last time, let's go for rolls here. I got a 12, which is not very good.
For
So,
recap,
yeah, roll for recap.
got a 17.
Nice, good. It's probably going to be you.
No.
Sorry, I'm doing it right now.
Booter will get a nat 20.
I was not present, so I would have
2.
stopped out.
Ah,
So you roll with advantage.
8.
Nice.
So it's me.
yep.
Yeah, baby.
So we begin last session of Agoth Doomhand and the Skulls of Power. Our party has been traversing one full, what we believe is a level of this cigar-shaped airship submarine, something belonging to Mind Flayers. We just went down a level and we come to this room with these 4 giant tanks, and they have some impossible engravings in them. And we find this one area that looks like it might be a door, and we say, "The world is round." And the door opens. Like, oh, that was easy. Inside that room, we find 3 blue mind flayers. And they say, "Oh, hell no, y'all up and done it." And they start trying to whoop on us. They flip gravity, make up, down, down, up. And we get angry. We kill 2 of them. One tries to run away. And Sprock gets the memory of a very lovely dwarf named Dormir and his lovely time in life up until he got eaten by Mind Flayer. And his ship was attacked by Doomhand. We come through that room. We find a table with some bodies spread around it, and some table with some potion stuff and some random weapons. Sprock starts whipping together all these delicious Mind Flayer potions, and Stag gets this ridiculous Halo sword Mind Blade that he doesn't know how it's working. But we find a bunch of other hallways and a doorway that's not a door, or a hallway that's not a hallway, or a hallway that's trying to convince us that the world is flat or agree with it. All of a sudden, the hallway gets angry and a blob attacks us. So after we kill that blob, another room opens up, and there's this Mind Flayer that fled before, along with an even bigger Mind Flayer type creature. And we go to blow it up, and these canisters, these tubes in the room start exploding, and we have a very serious debate on if we want to cause a ridiculous explosion and concussion by blowing up the stuff inside of a confined space. Luckily, Buddha agrees not to do that. But we kill everyone, the room explodes, and we find a Cortex lantern. I don't remember what that is. But we find one of them. And then another door opens, and we see Zergo floating in some goo. The blue skull is embedded into Zergo's head, and all we can hear is a repetition of Do you believe me?
That sounds about right.
Is that good enough for an inspiration?
It was decent.
No.
Yeah, you can have
No.
an inspiration. You forgot the cool dragon feat feature that
From Sprock.
Yeah,
Sprock's
Jake
Dragon.
Jake is I think his computer is rebooting or whatever, but he'll join us in a minute.
Dragon was
it was the bane
too
of my
hot
existence.
for his own stuff.
Actually, you know what the bane of my existence was last time? The fucking dice. I had 3 mind flares, had you guys up against the ropes, and I just literally rolled 2s, which is like, to me, the worst roll in the game, I feel like. But anyway,
Right.
so
I think that's fair.
yeah, right. You guys, the door opens, and at the end of the last session, you guys were. I'll just read it out loud again. The air hums with power, and a small illithid infant, Zergo, floats in a cradle of transparent ooze, blue veins glowing through its skin, skull embedded in its chest, pulses with inner lightning. The room smells of brine and new life. Every heartbeat it takes ripples through your mind. Do you believe me? Oh yeah, I said he was going to be Vince McMahon, so he's like, do you believe me? You know, that's my elder brain is going to be Vince McMahon voice. How do I?
That makes sense.
So I fired him. I asked him, "Do you believe me?" And he said, Anyway, so you guys are in this room. The door opens. You see a baby in a bottle on the tabletop. I've just put the little bottle there in turquoise on the table. And as you're looking, you see that there is a similar, not a strong looking sort of field of force around this table. On tabletop it's red, but this one's going to be a blue shaped sphere that's sort of emanating some sort of like light, and it looks like it's might be electric, maybe it's not. That's your passive perception looking. Beyond that, there's another one of these doors, similar to the ones that you guys in this dungeon, where the walls, again, remember the walls seem to be like oozy, like definitely almost alive. Every time that you guys breathe, it seems like the walls are echoing your movement, your breathing, so they sort of jiggle and ooze as you move on, almost as if like the dungeon itself or this ship itself might be alive. And that's where you're at. There's a big stench of copper and like moldy, decaying body.
Do we see Zergo?
Yeah, he's on the table.
Oh, he's on the table. Oh, right in here where that red stuff is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Zergo will be the blue. If I have a NPC for him, I might.
Well, we got what we came for, but am I right in understanding that Zergo can talk to us now, like an adult? Is that where that Vince McMahon voice is coming from, or is that something else?
The Vince McMahon. So you would know. I will make Zergo this gnome squid, which I created. So we'll get rid of. I don't know why I have a gnome squid, but I do. Thank you, Hero Forge. You will know, and you guys will all know, after spending time in this particular dungeon, that voice is either the ship, perhaps a mind flare. Every time you guys have interacted with a mind flare or some sort of like mental, what's it called? Speech. You guys have, it's always been the same voice talking to you.
Okay.
The Vince McMahon voice.
Stag will run over to Zergo at the table.
straight up through the power. Give me a.
Well, what do I see? What
So
is there's
you
this power barrier?
you see that there's like almost an electric maybe some sort of roll me a Arcana check.
Okay. Oh, I was gonna do roll dice, but I did. That's a 16.
So the 16 you're gonna be you recognize this to be pretty much a psychic some sort of like psychic field, some sort of
Okay.
energy field around this table. You're looking at Zergo. He doesn't look well. He looks like lack of nutrition, and he is not he's not moving. But there's a light glowing from his chest.
Stag will just start yelling, Zergo, are you okay? And motion for everyone else to come up. And I don't know. How do we get this down? We need to get in there. He needs help. What else do we see in the room?
So there is there's that door. This psychic energy seems to be pulsating. It seems to be very similar to that of like in the previous room. You had that core that sort of blew up, but this time there's no like large burning mechanical tanks next to it. This one seems to be wrapped inside. This room seems to be. Also, I didn't have time to decorate it, so I'll just tell you. This room looks like it is the dissection room. So Zergo is on essentially like a flat metal table around the room. And I'll draw it. There's like desks with scalpels and whatnot, like alien looking. I guess tools and whatnot. There are no bodies in this room, though, just Zergo. Perhaps he's being, passive perception wise, perhaps this is where they're keeping him. This is where they're trying to access. I mean, you know that the blue mind flares from your travels in the game so far that they're after this blue skull. And that's pretty much.
Are there any switches or levers? Stag will start walking around this sphere, trying to look in the room around everything at the door.
You don't see anything that will open the door. Remember, the walls are almost organic. You don't see any sort of electric hanging. You just see that Zergo's on a table with.
Zergo's on a table with a field around him.
A force field around him, yeah.
And there's nothing else in the room to interact with.
No.
That we feel. Okay.
No.
Stag is gonna blast the door with a fireball or a firebolt.
Wow. Okay.
Is the server up right now?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
This is a 22 hit the door.
What, Jake, you're having trouble getting into the tabletop?
Yeah.
I see you in it. That
I
helps.
can't select the color or zoom out or do anything.
Hmm.
You probably click on your name in the top right corner, and then that'll let you pick a color.
Here, I signed you to orange. You got a 26 damage?
22 to hit for 22 fire damage on the door.
You're going to hear a voice that's not Vince McMahon, and you're going to hear this voice that says, the skulls, no master, none at all. And the door is going to swing open, and everyone's going to roll me initiative as a flesh golem and a few intellect devours show themselves.
Oh wow! Thought we were done with the fighting.
18.
We're rolling initiative, sorry, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, 11.
A 9.
Booter gets a 11. Stag is a 9. Intellect Devours, I'm just going to have go as 6. Because there's 3 of them. And then, Adam, what was your Turgan? You're muted. Can't hear you.
$20.
20? Wow. Bastard, I got a 19. Well, it's Turgan's turn. So you see this massive flesh golem walking in, and Intellect Devours. The flesh golem is essentially...
Hello.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
The flesh golem is essentially just zipped together body parts. Looks like almost an experiment with chains and stuff clinging to his body. Adam, you're up.
All right. Am I? Like, how close am I to it?
To
It just entered the door.
golem. Yeah, the door
Yeah.
just swung. The door just swung open. So you're.
How do I do the measurement thing?
Here, I got it.
Oh, there we go.
Right, yeah.
It said 27 centimeters.
That's fine. You're just gonna do.
I'm just gonna charge it
Yeah.
and attack. With my great axe, and I'm obviously gonna pop a rage.
Nice.
24 to hit for the first attack.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. And then a nat 20. So 31 on the second one.
31 damage.
We missed you, Adam.
No.
You're
No,
fucking half our party's DPS, man.
The first one was a 24.
That
The
hits.
second was a nat 20.
That.
Which
Yeah.
came out to a 31.
So there was 31 damage. Or no, that was the hit. Yeah. I got you.
It was
So
a net-
both
it was a
hit.
net.
Yeah. Nice.
So the first attack is 20 damage.
Great.
And then the next one is going to be double, so
So kill this guy.
all right, so 22 damage on the second one.
Wow. Wow.
And then I'm going to ram it with my shoulder. 14 to hit on that. Does that hit?
14. Yes, it does.
With 8 damage.
Okay. Well, so this guy got fucked up already. So you guys are already way too strong. So time to cheat. Just kidding. Lightning.
Hey guys,
absorption.
the password for the tabletop simulator server is Chris, right?
All right. So whenever the golem starts its turn with 40 hit points or fewer, roll a d6. That's not yet. So this guy is going to look over at Turgan, and he's going to say in a language that it's languages of its creator, but can't speak. So he's not going to say anything. He's going to go like this. And he's going to
Is that also
multi-attack
in the
you.
Vince McMahon voice?
Yeah, that's like me trying to break out of the Vince McMahon, but he can't speak. So he is going to multi-attack you, Turgan. First roll is, ooh, that's a nat 20, 27, and then we'll do the second one with a 15 plus 7. That is 22. So you're getting effed up, my friend. The first one, which was the nat 20, which is I'm assuming that hits you. 27.
Yeah.
What's your because this 22 hit you?
Yes, it does.
Nice. So they both hit you. I'm rolling high today. All right. So for the first one, so the 2d8 plus 4. So now I'm going to do 4d8 plus 4. Sucka. As Sandeep would say, he says sucka. I'll just have to roll that again. Okay. So that's 1, 8. My math is fresh and awesome. 14 plus this one. So 17 plus 4. 21 bludgeoning damage. And I don't know if you're berserk, you might get half that. I'm not 100% sure. And then the second one is just regular. So that was 20. What did I say? 28 bludgeoning damage. And then the second one is 10 plus 4, so 14 bludgeoning damage. So you got a total of 42.
Oh, resistance to bludgeoning.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Yeah, so 42, so you get 21 bludgeoning.
Nice.
And he's like, "Rrr." Sprock, you're up.
Okay. Yeah. I'm
Sprock.
gonna-
Sprock, you would have moved into the room closer, I would
Yeah.
say.
I just got it open finally.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm behind the table over here. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot something across the room. I think just with who's right in front of them? Who's that?
Turgan is
Turgan?
Adam's right in front of him.
It's right in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hit Turgan.
Oh.
All right, I'm gonna move around this side of the table, around this force field, and I'm going to Turgan. You just got hit with 21 damage.
Yep.
All right, I'll send you a healing
Ooh.
word.
Healing word. What does that word say?
It says
Heal,
this will
bitch.
make you feel better.
Nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome. 2d4 plus. It's not gonna be anything that crazy. Roll,
Is that-
damn you.
Oh, you want me to roll it?
All right, you roll it. 2d4 plus 4.
Oh. No, I don't care. I thought that's what you said. My bad.
My rolling isn't working on the thing, and I can't find 2d4 right now.
Okay.
But I'm refreshing D&D Beyond.
4 and 3. Plus, plus what else?
So you get 11.
Okay, sweet. Thank you.
You're welcome. And what? Can I try and read the mind of this thing?
Of the brain? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's see what it says. What does it say to me?
It is a flesh golem, so it's not like the most intellectual of the bad guys. What is reading mind? You just read what it's thinking.
I'm
right
trying
now.
to find out where it came from. Or if it knows anything about the map, the layout of the place we're in.
Yeah. You can you know that he was put together in this very room. You know that he has a strong connection, and because you're a actual part Elder Brain, you know that this guy was put together from using various different species that they have picked up over the years and dissected. And this is essentially just a guard of the
Something
actual,
on the
yeah.
right. Can I read its mind to figure out how to get the guard to disappear?
The psychic power.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. Roll me a. Let's see. Roll me a history, I guess.
5. Fuck.
Fuck.
You know that there's some sort of you have to do something in sequence. Pass through in sequence. That's what you pick up. You have to pass through this in sequence.
Okay.
Um,
End of my
there's
turn.
yeah. Okay. Booter, you're up.
All right, well, I'm gonna go kind of to the right of Turgan here, and all these intellect devourers are in a line, right?
Yep.
That seems like a great time to cast lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt, huh?
I'll do. Yeah, we'll do 4th level,
It's
and it
frickin-
does 25 damage to
Wow.
all 3 of them.
To all 3 intellect devours.
Yeah, I mean, if I can make it so it hits the golem too without hitting Turgan, then great. But the goal is to get the 3 intellect devours.
So it does 23 damage to each one.
25.
Wow. Boom, 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 boom. Booterbot, you have killed all 3 of these intellect devours as they pop apart. Boom, 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 exploding. Blue brains splashing everywhere. So the intellect devours are dead. Those are fucking useless. Give me a stag.
Give
Stag?
you a what?
Yeah.
Give you a stag?
Yeah, give me a stag turn.
Those int devourers were not useless. They used Booterbot's spell slot.
Yes, they did.
So Stag is gonna see all this shit and fire another firebolt. This time at the creature in front of Turgan. I'm not gonna actually use a real die this time.
Nice.
+9, a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Let's go. So that's 7 plus 6, 13 points of fire damage.
Damn. Now this thing has an issue with fire. Does not like fire. So
Okay.
it's afraid of fire. And you guys all feel the fear of the fire. As you shoot this thing with fire, it catches a little bit, and you see it start to shake a little bit. And as it shakes, especially Sprock, you can feel this guy doesn't like fire. And you guys all have a little bit of a fear of that fire as well, as it almost feels like it's burning you, but it's not. The golem takes how much damage?
13.
Wow. I wonder if Golem's gonna have another turn after this.
And bonus action, I'm gonna put my hand up. I can feel that fear. Let's get away, and I'll go to try and push it. A telekinetic shove. It's gonna shake, rattle, and roll your ass down the hallway. DC 17
So
strength
that
save.
this is magic, right?
Yep.
So it's gonna have.
Well, no, this is
advantage-
a psionic ability, not magic.
magic resistance. Okay.
This, let me see. I can telekinetically shove one creature within range.
Okay. What does he have to roll to?
A strength saving throw. You're looking to beat a 17
How's an 8?
total.
Yeah.
Then he gets pushed 5 feet back as his burning flesh golem slides away from you, Turgan. And then I am going to run back a little bit around the corner. And that's my turn.
Okay. You guys are all going to experience a psychic ability or psychic real quick a vision. You see the rooms fade and they light back up, but you see flashes of the fungal forest in the Underdark, where where the mind flayers and the mushroom people and the from way back when, you just see flashes of this enormous fungal forest. You see some crystals as well from your experiences. You recognize it to be the Upper Dark area that you guys have already traveled through, and then the flashes disappear, and you hear a voice that says, "The skulls know no master." And that voice, Jake, give me a. I guess it would be a history check.
Another history thing.
Yeah, another history
A
check for
9.
you. A 9. It's very familiar to you. You can almost. You're like, I've heard that. You've definitely heard the voice before. But with that, Turgan, you're up, and with also mushrooms are going to start growing in the room. There will be some mushrooms that start popping up, and I'll just put them in red circles. But it is Turgan's turn.
Just random mushrooms start popping up.
Yep,
Like
growing
fungus.
out. Yeah, like fungus growing out of the walls.
Hmm.
Great sign, guys.
So, like, I definitely meta. I would want to try one because
That
I'm
we can
starting to get Mario vibes.
we can do as well if you'd like.
I see.
yeah.
I see one. It's like right to my left, right?
Yep.
Um, can I? Since I'm like a little bit of a forest dude, I have a nature.
Sure. You want to
can I
see
roll-
you want to see, and your goal here is to see as to whether or not what it's good or bad. What
Yeah,
you
yeah. So, like, if I could identify it in any way, or
okay?
if it's like
Okay, yeah,
if
go
it
for it.
seems it
Yeah.
could be a natural mushroom, or if it's like I've never seen it before, it's definitely weird. Don't touch it.
Okay.
18.
18. This mushroom, you know, has both. You know, these mushrooms are grown from the Underdark and traded in Trigard. You've seen them in Trigard because Trigard is the the trading capital of the world. So they would have traded these mushrooms up into the hills and the mountains where you're from. You probably wouldn't know exactly where they came from, but you do know from the like symbols and whatnot that perhaps they're from the Underdark, and you do recognize that these particular mushrooms were used, and they have a very strong power to them, both positive and negative. So these things have been.
I'm gonna eat one.
Okay, so you're gonna
Bonus action, like I'm really
Oh, boy.
grab it
Oh boy!
before I
Yeah.
attack.
All right. Well, go ahead and give me a D100.
All
That's
right,
great,
this is the type of
because,
stuff I love.
We hadn't finished the fight yet.
Yep.
Da, da, da.
Yeah, I know. What if it gives me like a raccoon suit upgrade.
I would say this is probably
That
going.
would be
This
sick.
is probably going to be your action. By the way, I would say if you
Okay,
go and grab a mushroom and
24.
yomp it down. Okay, a red. As you bite into this, red liquid slaps all over your face, and pops onto your tongue when it's consumed. As you ingest this,
Ooh.
give me a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 28. Nat 20 plus 8.
Wow. On a failure, which you didn't, small explosion erupts in the creature's gut, causing fire damage. So you get none of the negatives, and a 24 with a positive. As you're chewing this, you notice that the black, and you go to wipe your face, what you thought was red slowly turns black, and you gain the benefits of True Sight. Roll me a d6, Adam.
4.
For 4 rounds.
Hell yes. What is True Sight?
True Sight is, I believe you can pretty much see. This might help you actually. This is probably.
I'll Google it real quick.
Yeah, this is probably not very good.
Is it True Sight D&D 5e rules?
Yeah.
You can see everything. You can see people if they're transformed into a different shape. You can see if they're visible in magical darkness. Like there's nothing mechanically that you can't see.
Yeah.
See what happens when you roll the dice?
The flesh golem is going to walk over to you, Adam, and he's going to say, "I'm so love Vince McMahon." And he's going to, because he has less than 44, he's going to roll a d6, and he might go berserk. If he gets 6, he does not. Let's be. Here's so if he's in berserk, okay, so he's in no berserk mode. He's going to hit you, Adam, for a 25 for one slam, and then another nat 20. Oh, you're going to get fucked up, son. All right. So let's do the first one. Jesus, 2 1s, so a 6 bludgeoning damage. So I'm assuming that's 3 for you, and then the bad boy. So God, another 2. So it's 5. 5 plus, so that's 10, 18, 22 bludgeoning damage. So that's.
So he attacked Turgan next to me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I use my sentinel attack in reaction to that.
Okay, so hold on. So that's 20. 4, right? 24 bludgeoning damage for you, Turgan, which I guess is halved again. So that's 12, and the other one was what, 3? So 15? 15 bludgeoning damage, I believe is correct. And your sentinel attack, Booterbot, is.
So I can roll it. I'll roll with my Guardian Armor Thunder Gauntlets, which I clicked the button and did not do anything. Click the button again. There we go. Oh, I got a nat 20, so that definitely hits. And then that is going to deal 9 damage with the crit, and also he has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than me until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
Or is it his next turn? Till the start of my next turn. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that might not be that helpful, actually.
Okay. It is Sprock's turn. Vince McMahon. Austin.
I'm gonna shoot a short bow at this brain's head over their heads because he's much taller than them, right?
Yes.
Great. Oh, 5 misses though.
That definitely misses.
Definitely misses.
Not a scientist, but yes.
Yes. Anybody else need healing right there? Get hit?
No, I'm doing pretty good. I think Turgan needs the healing the most.
I have 76 out of 137. So I'm not worried yet.
Nowhere near yet.
No, I'm not worried yet. Usually when I have like 5 HP is when I get worried.
All right. Well,
So make some damage. I'm cool.
yeah. All of my damage will damage you guys right now. Because you're right next to him. And I don't do good in hand-to-hand combat. So let me see if I'm gonna investigate the room to see. You said something about an order going through to turn off the force field.
Yes. Give me a perception check or investigation, whichever one you want to use.
Perception.
Of course.
27.
Damn.
You see, you're going to hear in your mind, the skulls know no master. And you're going to feel a little wiggle of the tadpole in your brain. But you do see that there are some footprints on the ground. I wouldn't say that they're footprints, but you know levitation very well, and you know that the lithids have like a weird footprint, and also when they start levitating, you notice that there are about 4 spots on the floor, and I will put them there. You notice a spot here, you notice a spot here, a spot here, and a spot over here, where it looks like things have been moved. Something used to stand there, and there's some sort of levitation action happening from, I guess
Each of those areas.
yeah, each of those areas.
Well, I'm gonna go to the one I'm closest to, like right here, I guess.
Okay.
And there's nothing currently levitating that we can't see or anything, right?
No.
So it's something that used to be there.
There was definitely something standing there.
Oh, mind flayer. Because if it was levitating.
Yeah, but it sounds like maybe we need 4 people in order to deactivate this then.
Well, we can do that once we kill this flesh golem, which we seem to keep forgetting is still wailing on us.
All right. Well, I've investigated, I think, my turn.
Yep. Jake loves puzzles.
No, that's good. We need more of that.
Booterbot.
You should have had a mushroom.
You should have ate the mushrooms. Booterbot, you are up, sir.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hit him with hit this guy with the Thunder Gauntlet again.
Thunder Gauntlet, huh?
And 21 hits.
That definitely hits.
All right, and then I deal a whopping 12 damage. But now he has disadvantage on attacks against anybody else.
He has
And then
advantage on attacks against.
No, he just has disadvantage on attacking people other than me.
Okay, good.
And then I'll swing with my sword, and I got a 10. I'm assuming 10 does not hit.
10 does not. 10 actually
Alright.
hits.
Oh, it does. Sick. All right.
Yes.
Well,
He's a big ball of flesh.
that's true. He's just like me. All right. 16.
16 damage. Oh, this guy seems to be literally ripping it. His seams seem to be ripping open. Stag. You're muted.
Stag's gonna poke his head around the corner, look at Sprock standing around doing nothing. What the hell are you doing? And blow his little flute at this flesh golem. If we didn't start the fire, it was always burning since the world's been turning. Do it again. Oh no, that's not great. But Still hits because it's a 15.
What kind
A
of
hit.
is this a magical?
This is fire bolt.
So a magical weapon.
Yeah, a magical spell.
Okay.
And it does, it's great, 9 points of fire damage.
Okay. This thing erupts into a flame and burns to the ground. And as you, everyone hears a psychic chant, bend the sky flat. Bend the sky flat. Do you believe me? Do you believe me? Everyone roll me a constitution save. The battle is over, but with that psychic, everyone might experience.
How's 16?
16.
16 is good. 16 is good.
Sick.
And 17.
17 is good.
6.
Oh, thank goodness.
26. Damn. You feel your brains being tested, but you pass. And the action sequence is over for the time being. Now the room is quiet, and these mushrooms are sticking out, pulsating just with the rooms. Go ahead, Chris.
Sprock, what are you doing?
Seems like if 4 of us, well, I'm gonna telepathically. Seems like if 4 of us stand at opposite sides of this force field, we might be able to turn it off.
All right, let's do it.
Okay,
Can I
right
see
here.
anything?
Yeah,
Can I
Adam,
see
let's-
anything?
Let's move you.
Like with my true
and then
sight?
perhaps
Yes.
I can
Turgan,
Yeah,
with
the
your
true
with your
sight.
true sight, you actually see exactly what Sprock saw. You see that the ground has these little marks where it looks like illithids were, and with your true sight, you can actually tell that that your spot is, and that you pretty much understand the sequence. It is you, Booterbot, in a I guess a clockwise fashion. So you're first, Booterbot, Sprock, and Stag in a clock-like fashion.
so
around
he
the
goes in
table.
first.
We don't
Great.
know what he needs to do to activate it. What you
Can I
what you
take
know
all of
what
them?
you know is that there's the spots look like something was standing there and then started levitating.
Can I levitate other people?
Can you?
I think I can. I don't know. My mind control.
Don't
Maybe.
think so. Unless you have a spell. I think Stag can do that.
I have a spell.
Oh,
Use your spells.
I can get one person levitated.
well, I don't need to levitate because I can levitate.
Booterbot, can you levitate?
I can fly. Is that the same thing?
I guess.
Well, then yeah, I'll use my winged boots to fly and float slightly above the location.
I think we gotta levitate in order though.
So we gotta do
ooh.
Turgan first. Oh,
Yeah.
here's what I can do. Since it's just, do we have to all remain levitated?
I have no idea. I'm just trying some shit.
Yeah.
Anybody got any other ideas of what could have been here and then levitated other than people or forms?
I'll look down at the spot that he's telling me to stand. Do they look like feet?
Yeah. I think we gotta levitate everybody.
Yeah, just do it in order. So someone's got to make me levitate.
Oh wait, what's on the ceiling? What's the ceiling look like?
This
Unless I grab another mushroom.
about 30 feet in the air. there seems to be it's similar to the walls. It's almost breathing.
Is there
this
anything
idea
we
of
could tie off
grabbing-
to? Tie a rope on.
Investigation, please.
Stag is going to guidance himself as he looks
Wow.
around.
Wow.
Damn straight I am. +1. Oh, that's an 18 total.
You see that the walls and the ceiling look like they're flesh, almost, but they seem to be a beam almost running across. There's definitely beams that this thing's attached to, and you can almost see it as it breathes in. It bulges up, and when it exhales, you see the beam.
Well, Booter, do you have any rope?
I
Oh, Turgan, you
do
have rope?
have rope, I think.
So- Here's an old trick we used to use back at the theater. So if you take a rope and we tie it around your waist, Turgan, and then you send it up over that pole and coming back down, you can use yourself to pull yourself up, and you can be hovering, levitating where you are, just holding yourself.
What if I
That's
just
quite
took
clever. I like it.
Or what if I took just a hand axe, tied some rope to the hand axe, and just threw the axe up into this fleshy shit, and then hung from that.
You might anger it, but
I am going to give you
Could
some
happen.
inspiration. Yeah, I like that.
That's what I. Thank you. That's what I wanted. That was my initial thing. I wanted to throw an axe at it if I saw it breathing, because I would think that that's the effects of the mushrooms.
Huh.
It would freak me out a bit. But if you guys think it's a bad idea, I won't do it.
I think
He's
it's a
got
fantastic idea. What's the worst thing that
Funny.
happens? It tries to eat one of us?
I mean, we
I-
anger the flesh beast that is this dungeon.
I envision Stag is trying to explain this idea to everyone else, and you're like, screw this. Just start tying it off and just do it your own self.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do I throw a roll to attack the ceiling, or
Yeah.
okay? So this is gonna be a 23.
That lodges right in.
Nailed it.
All right. I tie it around my waist, and I pull myself up. I'm like, look, I'm levitating.
Give me a... Okay. You hear a voice that says, I'm excited about it. Thrilled with success so far. I just looked up Vince McMahon quotes. Yeah, Booterbot.
Yes. I mean, I'm already levitating, so
No, you now you levitate.
okay, sure. Now I levitate. I levitate at the appropriate time.
Then after
Okay.
he levitates,
Yeah.
I levitate.
So, no, I don't think we've lost our edge at all. Sprock levitates. I'm not too good at lying still in the sun. And Stag.
Stag will strum on his DOS lute and cast levitate on himself.
And the last voice you're going to hear is, so, I get a kick out of working with the media? Anyway, those are Vince McMahon quotes, not to be taken too seriously. So the force field seems to grow a little bit, touching everyone, and it's going to dissipate. As it dissipates, you get an eruption of force in your body. Everyone give me, or in your mind rather, because it is a mind flare. Everyone give me a intelligence save.
29
Or wisdom
work.
save.
16.
20.
All right. Everyone that didn't got lower than a DC 18 is going to take half this damage.
I got a
of-
2.
I got
Nice.
29, so
All right, so it's going to be 4d6. Psychic damage, that's 6, 12, 14. 14 psychic damage for those who failed, and then 7 psychic damage for those who succeeded.
okay.
And the force field evaporates, and you are left looking at Zergo on a table with a pulsating, blue, shining light on
Stag
his,
is so eager to get to him when he
right at
backflips.
his temple. I said earlier that it was the light was coming from his stomach. I meant to say head, so shame on me.
Oh, so it is his head?
Yes.
Okay. Stag will rush over and get close but not touch and get a closer look. Sprock, is he okay? Is he okay, Sprock?
I don't know. He looks like he's in a trance.
He
Do we
is.
give him a look over, a once over?
Yeah, he's prone. It looks like he's had several cuts on his body. They look like they have tried to do certain things to him. He still looks gray, but he has a flashing, pulsating blue light coming from within his head. True sight does not give you any visuals here, but you guys were able to determine that Ignis hid the. This is Ignis's doing to try to keep the thing safe. Transferred that skull into his. I mean, I think you guys figured that out, right?
So the skull in his head,
Yes.
from Stag's study of ways to infuse the skull, does it look like it's the blunt force, like the forceful shove in?
Got it. Give me a medical check, Chris. Actually, why doesn't everyone give me a medical check?
Okay.
As Stag will. I'm assuming you're going to tell everyone your
Yeah.
studies.
I got a natural 1 for 3.
19.
I'll be
Okay.
describing it. I'll describe all the things and think it's a different one than the shove the head in. He's
Yeah.
totally doing a ritual on this thing.
Yeah. It does not look like there was any sort of ritual. Does not look like there was any sort of force or medical practice that happened here. With a high roll of Sprock. Let's actually do a group history check to see if you guys can determine what actually happened here with Ignis. If you can remember what she had.
A 19.
19. You remember that Ignis had wish spells, so perhaps she wished the skull in there.
Does it look fully fused, or is it in the process?
You do not know. You know from your studies that there's only one way to fully fuse a skull into a brain, and it's one of those 3 ways.
But does it look like it's mid-process of doing it?
You know that there are 3 ways to
Right.
a wishing spell is not one of those ways. So perhaps it's not done correctly.
Okay. But does it look like it's like halfway into the head?
It is inside his brain.
Fully inside.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, so then Stag or Sprock would think, or Stag would think that's done, completed.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Well, I guess he's the new sage.
The sage.
Yeah, that's what I've been preparing for. It's when you merge with the skull. That's when you become one with the power. Become the servant of the skull.
So Turgan is like, I'm just gonna RP this. I have no idea what's going on. So, like, is this a bad thing?
No, well, this is what happens with these skulls over time. And Stag will pull out his skull. Is his skull glowing?
Yes.
Okay.
The skulls glow near each other.
Yeah. So Stag will hold his green glowing crystal skull. These are skulls of power. They possess a power and a knowledge and a connection to all those who have been their stewards over the years. The last steward of this green skull was Gabriella in the
This is the
Artemisian
blue skull,
Forest.
not the green one.
I know, but I'm holding up the green one.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay.
And I'm in the process of trying to fuse with this, preparing so that I can do what Zergo has done. The last blue mind flayer was Morosis from the Underdark. And he had it ripped out from his head.
Oh.
And when it fuses, it goes into the skull, from what my studies have said. And when you fully encompass it into your head, you become the sage.
You guys
Or-
stole the blue skull from the Time Heist.
Yeah.
Moses
We-
had
well,
nothing to do with it.
We saw that Doomhand stole or took the skull from Morosis' head.
Oh, from the blue
Mind
mind
Flayer.
flayer's head.
Yeah,
Yeah, not
yeah.
Moses. Yeah.
I thought it was not
No,
Morosis. It was
no.
the blue mind flayer sage.
Yes.
Yeah. And then we went back time to get it before Doomhand could get it. But that's the story. But Zergo looks lifeless.
Zergo looks prone. Yeah.
Well, let's get him and get the fuck out of here. Shit.
Well,
Shit.
There's a
I can
very
carry- I
fancy
can
looking
carry him.
chest on one side, and also, I don't know. I mean, we know that these people were guarding someone. Should we see who that was? Otherwise, they might come back for Zergo.
Sure. Well, there might be a way out or something else that might be helpful. Some information that might help us understand what happened to him.
Yeah. All right. Well, I want to go up to this here fancy chest with some potion-looking things on it and see what that is.
These are mixtures similar to the other room in the armory in the ship. I wanted everyone to be able to have a random potion. And if you don't have one, now is your chance to grab one if you'd like. These potions look a different color. They look like I would like to say, you know what? They are like highlighter colors. There's like, pink, blue, blah, blah, blah.
Glowing neon.
Neon. Yeah, neon was the term.
Well, I already have a potion, and then so does Sprock, so I guess you guys should take them.
Stag has one too. I grabbed some whatever was left over and poured it all together.
All right, well, I don't know. Turgan, you can just take all three, really. I don't think it matters.
I mean, I'll give him. I'll just hold on to him, but
Yeah.
I think we should read like it'll be group items. But as far as like identifying them, I can't really do that. Can we do that now, or is that through just trial and error essentially.
I
Take
can,
a
I can,
moment.
well, my medicine check sucks. I could try and do an Arcana check or an investigation check, but what would you require?
To see if they're good or bad.
Huh?
You won't know. You can give me you can. The dice don't lie.
Wait,
So you can-
before you look at those, hold on. Stag will walk over with someone carrying Zergo, and I'll touch a hand on your shoulder and give you guidance.
Well, I'm not gonna do medicine check because I'm bad at it.
Oh,
Someone else
who's
should.
Yeah, I do not have a good medicine either. I have nature. I have a good nature check.
Sprock, don't you? I think Sprock is the guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
all right? I'll
Yeah, can
touch
you come check
Sprock.
these out?
To touch Sprock, give him a good kiss.
Oh, a little ass slap. It's the best kind of guidance.
And
And roll the medicine check.
Plus a D4.
plus a D4.
Yep. My guidance gives you a D4.
Great, 10.
Sprock, give me. You have because you are carrying the carrier of a illithid tadpole in your brain, which makes you half mind flayer. I'll give you advantage on this.
Nice.
Okay. Not much better. Nope. Worse.
Nice. Your recollection is that these particular potions that the mind flayers create have both positive and negative consequences for those that drink. They try to be, you know, they try to make things neutral with the positives and negatives, almost as if making a positive attribute and a negative attribute were to, quote, flatten the thing out. So
Cool. All right, so then, yeah, just take them all, Turgan. Let's move on.
Yeah, it's gonna turn you
Okay.
into an Earther.
And then,
What,
can
you
we
mean
open
like
this
drink them
chest?
all?
No, no,
Or
no.
hold on
Just
to
hold on to them. They should heal you, maybe.
Okay. As you guys are doing this, Stag, you're in the back. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Let's see here. Ooh, a natural 1.
You hear and feel air. You feel air blowing, and you hear the sounds of footsteps coming in the other from behind, in the other like walls next to you, and you hear what sounds like a little bit like lighter than the flesh golem. Coming from the hallways from behind you, and a lot of footsteps. And as
Got- Guys, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
as that happens, this door is going to open, and you guys are going to have yourself the ability to interact with and fight an Elder Brain. This door is going to slide open with force. And you're going to hear a Elder Brain in a Vince McMahon voice say, "So no, I don't think we've lost our edge at all. The world is flat. Indeed, it is flat. Heroes, you've made a mistake. You have not only brought me one skull in Zergo, but you've also brought me another with you." In a telepathic sense, Sprock, he's communicating with you. You see shadows in this room creeping towards the door. You can't quite make out. This Elder Brain's not in the room by itself.
Are we in? We're not in combat yet, right?
No, not yet.
All right, I'm gonna use a hit die real quick.
Well, we have to rest for at least a short rest.
Oh, All right, never mind.
To heal up.
I think we should try and fight these guys, but can we do something in the short term to try and get ready? Like, could I do like a cure wounds on Turgan real quick?
I was just gonna say I can try one of these potions.
Well, let me. Yeah, is that because like, do I have a second to turn and cure wounds, Turgan?
Yes.
Sure.
We can hesitate before going in.
Sure.
Alright,
I'll allow it.
15, Turgan.
I will allow that, Chris.
For
Nice,
a
thank you.
robot to caress the cheek of a dwarf.
And say, "Go get him, Tiger."
All right, I'll lead the way.
So you're not going to chug the potions just yet.
I want to. I do.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well at least try one and see how it goes. Because also, like, it won't. It'll take an action later, or it'll take a bonus action later.
I'll try. I'm gonna take one of the just a random potion. Just chug it.
All right.
Hey.
Roll me a d4.
Okay. 2.
This is going to be beneficial to you. What is the now? Roll me a d100.
Nice. This is the closest I'm ever gonna get to gambling. 70.
White foam bubbles at the top of the opaque liquid that you are drinking. You and your equipment turn into water and sea foam for 1d6 rounds. You gain 100-foot swim speed, but cannot make melee or range attacks. 1d6. You turn into water. You can move and shit, but and interact, but you can't
Are you sure that's
make
beneficial?
melee or
How-
ranged attacks.
How many
1d6
rounds?
3 rounds.
So I can move around like water. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can't attack. What are you gonna do?
Harass this thing.
I'm gonna just harass the fucking the brain.
So, all right.
Oh,
Just
you
I'm
like-
trying to- can I drown though? Can I try to drown it?
do whatever
like-
you want when we get into
I don't know
the
how
room.
I don't know how this works. How these mechanics work.
You and your equipment turn into water and sea foam for rounds. You can gain 100-foot swimming speed, but cannot make melee ranged attacks. We'll
Can
role play it out.
Okay. Oh,
Well,
wait a
fuck.
minute. We haven't turned the corner yet, right?
No.
Nope.
So can I like turn into a puddle and kind of like sneak in there
The
and
mind,
see what I
you can try.
Elder brains are very smart.
Yeah, they know. Sprock, you know Elder Brains
Yeah.
more than others. You know that Elder Brain knows that everyone is here and has been here this entire time.
Oh, it knows.
Yeah, but does it know I'm water?
It might not know your water.
All right, well, I'm going to turn into a puddle and just start pooling in there. See what I can do. See how close I can get to this thing.
The Elder Brain can use its telepathy to initiate and maintain telepathic conversations with up to 10 creatures at a time. The Elder Brain can let those creatures telepathically hear each other while communicating. I think he's going to know. I think he knows your creature sense. The Elder Brain is aware of the presence of creatures within 5 miles. He knows you.
Well, whatever.
Yeah. All right. So as you guys turn the corner and look into this room, you're going to see that there are 2 mind flayers. There's one in the back, and there is another at the corner. Stag, as you are in the back, you also are going to be seeing some shadows start creeping around the corner behind you. Or that rather the noise is going to be getting a little bit louder and louder.
And Stag, hearing that sound, is gonna turn to look at everyone. It's morphin time.
Hey, what does that mean?
This is gonna be insane. I hate you, Chris.
I forget what I get with the armor, but I'm just gonna put on fancy armor. I think I get like some stupid number of temp HP.
Yeah, I will find that for you in a second.
No worries. This is where you bring up something that your DM forgot about that he gave you a year and a half ago,
Ooh.
just when you need it.
Well, whenever we're ready, I'm gonna try to stealth in and go to the furthest mind flare in the back.
Okay.
Get as close as I can as a puddle of water.
Well, before you hop in, you see Stag's body slowly get this skin tight green armor with a motorcycle helmet. Look jacked and takes a little pose. Let's go.
That's hilarious.
Since I'm water, can I get advantage on this? Like on my stealth check or no?
On what, your stealth? Yeah, you can go ahead and get. Yeah, that's fine. Because the floor is sort of like moist as is anyway, so you're trying to blend in with
it. 17.
You are able to sneak over to the mind flare. The Elder Brain knows your presence is there. That mind flare at the moment you will have snuck in. As soon as there's an action though, they're all gonna know that you're there. Your here we go, Skull Force Ninja. So you activated your Skull Force Ninja, Chris. And you are going to gain, as a bonus action, you can summon the armor. And the armor gives you an AC bonus depending on your player's level. They gain 1d2 bonus to their AC while wearing their armor. At level 17, it's 1d4, so you get 1d2 bonus to your AC. And then you gain 20 temporary hit points while you're in the ninja form.
Nice.
That he picked up a while ago, but yeah, okay. So let's roll some initiative because this is going to be your fight. I will, before we do initiative, I'll just describe the room. As you walk in, and who's carrying Zergo? That's important.
Well, I was going to because of my strength, but then I turned into water.
How heavy is he?
Don't I have like a compartment that I can like put things inside of? Right?
Like
That's
a bag
correct,
of
right?
holding? Like a bag of holding?
Well, no, but I just have like a chest cavity storage space or something like that, I thought.
He's a baby size. You could probably, I'll let you do that. You want to hold on to him?
Yeah, so first I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna see a dead cat in there. I'm gonna go,
Where am
holy
I-
shit. Pick it and throw it out and be like, I'm so sorry, Mittens. And then I'm gonna kind of dust it off a little bit. It smells pretty bad, but we don't really have time. I'm just gonna take Zergo, put him in there.
That's
This scene
hilarious.
is oddly familiar to me.
That's hilarious.
Poor kitty. Now I'm thinking about my cats in real life. I would be devastated.
I gotta figure out how to drop the Skull Force in there. That doesn't matter. Okay. All right. So Booter, you're holding on to him. All right. You see this room as you enter the Cathedral of Thought. A vast pool of blue brine fluid glows on the ground below, so that makes it so Turgan can sort of manipulate the area. Rising from it, and you know what? Let's say that you did such a good job with your stealth that they don't pick up that you're there quite yet. Maybe your mind also melted away, and so they sort of lost track of you. Rising from it.
I have very low intelligence, so
Yes,
can't
that's
help.
yeah. Rising from it, a colossal, glistening brain, studded with eyes. Each eye blinks independently, watching your every movement. The chamber swirls. Gravity no longer obeys. The scent is overwhelming. Salt, metal, old parchment soaked in brine. Every thought in your head is not your own. The elder brain's voice floods you from within. You have come to the edge. Now fall flat. During this battle, the lair action is going to be after every turn. The gravity is going to shift, and you'll be doing dex saves on that. We'll be able to determine what happens there later. And everyone, give me a initiative.
Okay.
So
Dun,
Turgan
dun,
got an
dun.
11.
All right. Elder Brain got a 17. Turgan got 11.
Okay. 19, baby.
19
Let's go.
for Booter. Jake? Jake's going to turn into like a bear real quick.
Yeah, probably. I got booted off the server again.
I got an 11 as well.
Stag got an 11. And
10.
10. Sprock got a 10. Mind Flayer 1, which will be the red one, is going to get a 9. And Mind Flayer 2, which will be the yellow one, or the green one, whatever. The other one is going to get a 6. Great. Booter. This Elder Brain is in his brine. You see tadpoles swimming around in it. And it is your turn, Booterbot.
Okay. I'm going to fly next to the closest Mind Flayer and hopefully just attack him with my fist, the Thunder Gauntlet.
Okay.
So I'll do that, and that is a 15 hit, hopefully.
Meets it, beats it.
All right, so that does whopping 5 damage. And so now he has disadvantage on attacks with people besides me.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my sword, which 16, sweet, or 19 hits. And that does a whopping 17 damage.
Mind Flayer 2. Okay.
All right, that is my turn.
The Elder Brain. The world is flat. Tell me why I should think otherwise. He is going to. He's got a 30-foot range with his tentacles. 60 feet. All right. He's going to attack you, Booter, with a tentacle attack, and he can reach 30 feet. So that hits. That's going to reach you. and does a 12 hit you? No.
No.
Okay. And he's going to sense your thoughts. He's going to target you, Booterbot. The other brain gains insight into the target's reasoning, its emotional state, and thoughts that loom large in its mind, including things that the target worries about, loves, or hates. The Elder Brain can also make charisma deception checks with advantage to deceive the target's mind into thinking it believes one idea or feels a particular emotion. The target can contest this. So he is going to use that to sense your thoughts, but he's already used his action. He's going to be reading what you worry about, and you will have this turn to tell me what it is, 2 things that you are worried about. Stag, you're up.
So this table, there's a table that had those potions on it,
Yes.
or a chest.
When
table.
when should I tell you what I'm worried about, Spencer?
You can tell me now if you want.
First thing is I'm like, oh my God, I can't forget the baby like I did the cat. Can't believe I forgot about that cat. And the second thing is that I'm really worried that you know, I'm going to be able to protect Zergo and keep him safe.
Okay. All right. Protection, Zergo.
I'm really worried that the Earth might be flat.
We're gonna find out. Stag, you're up.
So Stag is going to look at that table and longingly cast or put his hand out to it, and it slowly animates as I'm going to use my last 4th level spell slot to use that ability again. So I animate this table. And I'm going to run and jump up on top of the table. And that was my action. And that's my turn. Oh, there we go. Yeah. And then the table is going to, for its turn, it's going to fly. Oh, I need movement for my table. Toggles, measure. He's going to move his 5 more. Going to float Stag into the room. Actually, I'll come right over next to Booter. And my statue will throw out a leg and swing at this guy. Oh, where is it? Oh, it's here. +9. Does a 14 hit this person?
The Mind Flare?
Yeah, the
No.
one by Booter.
Just misses him.
All right. And that is my turn.
Okay. Everyone's going to hear in their mind, the sun doesn't rise, it travels inward. Turgan, you're up. You are water for...
This is his second turn as water, correct?
Yes. All right. I'm going to form like a puddle around this mind flare. So anyway, if he tries to move, he's got to make a dex save. Whatever you want to pick the DC of.
Okay.
So he doesn't slip.
But
Okay.
isn't he floating?
Well, we'll get to that.
That's about all. I mean, I can't really do much else. So.
Yeah.
Sprock, you're up.
I'm going to summon an elemental, an air elemental to be specific.
Boy. Okay.
Nice.
So I'm going to stay back here, but this elemental that I summon comes whirling around this room
Yeah.
into here, and is gonna attack this mind flare.
Oh,
That's fine. I'll reduce his size a little bit. Okay.
so big.
Air mind elemental.
An air elemental. Let's see.
Yes. Melee weapon attack. Spell attack mod. Reach 5 feet, one target, 1d10 plus 4. Spells level bludgeoning. Okay. And here's my spell attack modifier. So there's a 13 hit.
No.
Boo.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, while it's doing that, I'm going to like levitate and float into this room and look at this giant ball with this force field around him. And what is it?
This is just the liquid brine, just sort of sloshing over the elder brain. You see little tadpoles swimming in it.
Okay.
So it's nothing. It's not a force field. It's just
I'm going to commune with the elder brain.
you are going to link with him. Now you are going to have a psychic link with him because you have a tadpole in there. What would you like to do with that?
What's it saying to me?
It's saying, the transition with you hasn't been quite as successful as others. We can always change that. But trust me, my son, the world is flat. Obey me and bring me baby Zergo. Prove your illithid nature and bring me the baby. Yeah, that's what he's saying. Mind Flayer 1 is going to do a Dex save, and as you had your mind link, you know that he wasn't just talking with you, Sprock. He was also talking with the other Mind Flayers. This Mind Flayer is going to walk over, and he's going to have a Dex of, what say you, Adam? We'll do a 15.
Yeah, just call it a 15.
Yeah, medium for Dex with a nat 1. How do you like that?
Ooh.
He's going to slip and he's going to fall. Slip. I'll flip him. Boop. And he's going to take, I guess, 2d6. Wow. 10 bludgeoning damage. Of course, I roll high for that. So that was his turn. And that's his turn. Mind Flayer 2 is going to look at Booterbot. And he is going to cast a Mind Blast in a 60-foot cone, which will encompass the table, Stag, and Booterbot. He emits a psychic energy of 60-foot cone. Each creature in that area... Where's Sprock? Is he in the room?
I'm next to the ball, the mind elder blade.
Oh, yeah, okay. So he's going to shoot just those 3 people. Everyone needs to succeed a DC 15 intelligence saving throw or take some damage. That includes the table. The table.
All right,
Does that include Waterman?
Chris, your
Stag failed.
Nice. And the table?
I succeeded.
I'll get there.
Does Waterman get affected?
No, he's not being shot. Waterman did his job. Waterman is kicking
What's
ass.
the DC on it?
15.
So the table rolled a 19 minus 3 for a 16 to succeed.
Wow.
So
And what kind of damage is it?
It is psychic damage. So
The
what you're
table's
saying is that the
immune.
table has greater mental fortitude than you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but it's
So
also immune to psychic, so it doesn't
so
matter.
Stag, you failed.
Yep.
You're gonna take 12 plus 3, that's 15 plus another 5, so it's 24 psychic damage.
Okay.
And you're stunned.
All right. Stunned.
Not the
Yes.
table though.
You're stunned. It says here you're stunned for a minute.
Yep. Do I get any saving
You
throw?
can, yeah, you can
Okay,
repeat
thank you.
the saving throw at
What,
the end
what
of
about
each
your
of its
heroic
turns.
inspiration, Stag?
I'm good.
Okay. All right.
Booter, did you?
I passed. I got 24.
Okay. I wonder, did you? No, you don't take any damage if you pass. Okay. That's
Yep.
that Mind Flayer's turn, and the other one flipped. Booter, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna hit this guy with my Thunder Gauntlet again, which hits 28. That'll deal 7 damage. And I'll swing with my sword. My sword. Oh, it's a nat 20, baby. Let's go. So the sword does 26 damage.
Wow. To the Mind Flayer 2.
Yep.
26. Okay.
And that's my turn. And also just like I make sure that I'm within sentinel range for everything that's around this mind flayer also.
Okay. Oops. It's the Elder Brain's turn. The Elder Brain is going to not hold back now. He's going to. The Elder Brain targets. No, sorry. He emits a magical psychic energy to creatures of the Elder Brain's choice within. This is just to creatures of the Elder Brain's choice. In a 60-foot radius. So I guess that's everyone. Everyone is going to do a DC 18 intelligence saving throw.
Alrighty.
All right.
I failed.
Even
I
Aquaman?
failed, but I'm gonna do.
Yep.
I'm gonna use my heroic inspiration and reroll.
Is this psychic damage?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I got nat 20 on the second one, so I saved.
Okay. Jake, your wind creature, too. Actually, Jake, you don't have to do it. No, you do have to do it. I'm sorry. That's my bad.
Have to do what?
You have to make a intelligence saving throw. I would imagine that you're going to pass, but
23.
yeah.
18 for Turgan.
Oh, Turgan survived. Oh,
Turgan. Wow. So okay. So
Stag is the only one who failed.
and what about the wind elemental and the table?
Table's immune to psychic.
Okay. And the wind elemental has an intelligence of -2.
Yeah, -3.
Ooh.
-2. -2?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm looking at. Large elemental. I don't know.
All right, well, 11 then.
Okay, so those two creatures are going to take 5d10 plus 5 psychic damage. Sorry, Stag, you might be.
No, you're not sorry at all.
No, I'm not.
Just
30,
roll
30,
it. You're good.
34 psychic damage.
Stag is unconscious, and a table is a table again.
Nice.
Are you knocked out?
Stag is unconscious.
Oh boy. That's not good. We haven't even started working on this fight.
Bring me the baby and it'll all be over. Turgan. No, sorry, Stag, you're up.
1 second.
Wait, did you take
A
into
death
account?
save.
Did you take into account your Skull Force ninja?
You never sent me. I didn't know what I had.
You had plus 20
Well,
HP.
I don't know what it was,
Yeah.
but
okay.
I'm unconscious and I rolled an 18 for death save.
Okay. Stag is
So that's
gonna
good,
die.
right?
We don't know. We'll see. But that's my turn. On to you.
Turgan, you're up. And Turgan, this is your third? This is it? Or you're back?
Yeah, last turn is water.
Yeah, this is my last turn. So this mind flayer is on the ground, like prone. I'm gonna like pool all the water on top of this mind flayer's face,
Try
and I'm
to
gonna pee. I'm just gonna pee in it.
Oh my god.
Are you gonna try to drown this mind flayer?
Yeah, but I'm gonna turn into urine. Like I'm just gonna pee, but like obviously I'm all water, so it's all just gonna turn into urine. And I don't know. I'm not. Obviously, this might not poison him, but I'm just trying to gross him out, make him be like, what is going on? Why does this taste like pee? Why does it smell like pee all of a sudden? Like, just trying to confuse him.
You're gonna hear voices. Oh, it's disgusting. These round earthers are just disgusting. Have no sense of cleanliness.
So I'm just trying to cause it to slip again if he tries to get up. So he's got to do a DC Dex at 15 at disadvantage since it's already
Okay.
prone.
Um,
That's all I can do right now. Oh, and I'm prepping. Okay, so my theory behind this is I'm prepping for a grapple. When I form back into myself.
right now you form into yourself now, but you can't do any actions. So this guy is disgusted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I would be
I'm gonna
too.
Um. Okay, but he'll still have to do his at the end of the round. You'll turn back. He'll still have to do his Sprock, that was Stag's win. Sprock, you're up.
Okay. Me and then my.
Yeah, you and then your.
All right, I'm going. I can cure wounds to Stag, right?
Yes.
Even though, yeah. All right, I go over and I touch Stag, and that gives him 20 healing points.
You're gonna walk over and touch him.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then I'm going to, I guess my elemental will attack the guy again.
Okay. The wind element is gonna attack.
Yeah.
What's his attack?
His attack is 17.
That hits.
That hits.
He's got a multi attack, right? He's got 2 slam attacks.
Yeah. And so one is 1d10. 4 plus the level of bludgeoning damage. Okay. 6. Second attack is 14. That hit?
That misses.
Well, the first attack still takes 14 damage.
Okay. This Mind Flayer is not looking very good. Mind Flayer 1 is going to try to get up, and he's going to take a Dex save of an 18 plus 1, a 19. So he's able to stand up. You're not a water guy. You're still water, though. He's going to be disgusted and grossed out. And he's going to levitate and brush himself off, and he's going to walk over to Booterbot, and he's
I'm
going
going to, because you can still read my mind or detect my thoughts with the other mind flayer, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to think, I don't think that's what any of us had in mind when we said we wanted water sports.
Okay, I'll give you inspiration just for trying to make Chris's night a little bit better with a sloppy joke. The tentacle attacks. He's going to attack you, Booter, for. Come on, but yes, 24. Sorry,
Yep, that hits.
34 would have been insane. So the tentacle melee weapon attack, it hits. It's going to do 2d10 psychic damage to you. That's a 6 plus a 5. It's 11. So plus 4. So 15 psychic damage. If you are a medium or small creature, which you are, right? You're a medium.
I don't know.
You are grappled with
Okay.
Mind Flare 2 or Mind Flare 1.
Okay.
Mind Flare 2, not looking very good, is going to turn to the wind elemental, and he is going to no, he already used the Mind Blast. He's going to use his tentacle attack as well. Jake, I don't know what the air elemental's thing is, but this guy, wow, 19 plus a 7. I'm assuming that a 26 hits this guy.
It does.
Yeah, armor class is 15. All right, he is going to experience 2d10 psychic damage as well. That's a 2. Damn it, that's a 5. So he gets 9 psychic damage for the wind elemental.
Okay.
I think that's the only damage he's had.
He had the 30 from earlier, right?
Oh, yes, yes indeed.
Right.
30, so
But
35.
he started with 110, so he's at 7.
That's fucking insane. Okay. All right. It is Booterbot's turn. You guys are as you guys are fighting passive perception wise, you're gonna see these shadows start to sort of look like they're coming towards the room. Not entering yet, but you hear footsteps.
Right.
Booterbot.
Well, so I'm grappled with Mind Flayer number 1, so what does that mean for me?
So you can use a you can try to break free.
Can I just like fist fight him instead?
Yeah, it's a grapple. So to escape, you need a DC 15, and you must succeed a DC 15 intelligence saving throw or be stunned. Oh, well, no, that's not right. It's grappled. On the next turn, you do that. So you can do a DC 15 strength.
Can I do something else? Like, can I just fight him while I'm grappled, or do I have to do the save first?
You got to do the save. You got to try to escape.
All right. All right, so I try to escape, and I rolled a 8. I failed.
Yes. Okay.
So now what? Do I have an action still, or no?
No, you're grappled. I think you can do. Your movement is no longer. Let's see what the rules are. I don't think you can really do much, but you're not out of the.
Typically, with a grapple, you can choose to escape as your action, or you can attack with no restrictions. You just have 0 movement.
Oh, I would have attacked with no
I'm sorry,
restrictions
I
then.
I didn't do that correctly. Okay, you can redo it if you want.
Sure,
Keep your
yeah.
roll or
So
whatever.
I'll do my normal 1-2 punch where I start with the Thunder Fist. That's a 25, so that hits. And I do 9 damage. So now he only can attack me, or else he has disadvantage.
Okay.
And then I'll swing with my sword, and my sword also hits with 22. And that is 19 damage.
Wow. Okay. Good for
I
you,
say,
Booterbot.
you want to
Good
get
for you.
so you want to get up close and personal, huh?
Oh, the world is flat. It is the Elder Brain's turn. Elder Brain is going to. Let's see. He's going to form a psychic link. No, it's got to be incapacitated. Sorry. He's going to levitate and move over towards Turgan, sensing that he is a douche. And he's going to attack him with a melee attack of a 13. That does not hit you.
No.
Okay. That's his turn. Oh, Booterbot. He is going to no, that was his action. It's Stag's turn.
Okay.
The stag is going to be lying on the table, still like gripping his head. He's still stunned for another 9 rounds. He got a 3 intelligence save, so he's still stunned. That's his turn.
Oof.
Nice.
Oof.
Turgan, you're up. You splash back into reality as your dwarf form.
All right. So now I'm going to grapple this mind flare.
This mind flayer over here.
The one that was that I was essentially a peed on.
Yeah, number 1. He's over here.
Yeah, he
Oh, he
moved.
moved?
Yeah, he moved.
Yeah, he moved. He moved over. There's
Oh,
an
well,
elder
then
brain
I-
in the way now.
Well, then I'm going to grapple the Elder Brain.
Oh shit. That's bold. That's very bold. Okay.
So that's a. It's going to be a DC of 15 plus proficiency. So it's a 19. It's a DC of 19 for the Elder Brain.
For a grapple?
First.
Yeah, it's an 8 plus my strength modifier, which is a 7. That's 15.
A
plus
grapple
my
is normally
proficiency.
contested athletics or acrobatics.
Right,
So-
but I'm saying, but its DC is the DC that it has to roll.
The
Is,
DC has to roll as whatever you roll for your athletics.
Yeah, you roll your athletics, and
Oh.
then I'll roll my strength or whatever the fuck this thing is.
Oh, okay. Well, that's 31. And that 20 plus 11.
Oh my god. Come on, baby.
Oh my god.
I got a 4. How's that? How's that for you? Okay. So that's great. He's going to use a legendary action now that you guys are grappled, and he's going to try to make a attack on you, Turgan, with his legendary tentacle action of a 18 plus 7, a 25. So that hits 48.
Hold on, how does it hit if it failed to grapple? Or failed to beat the grapple. So
You can
It's still
punch people if
grappled.
they're close to you.
It just your speed is 0.
You've
You don't
stopped him
stop
from
it from
moving.
attacking.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't stop it from attacking. That's lame.
No,
Yeah. So you're holding on to him,
you
stopping
stopped
him
it from moving.
which might come into, which might be good later on. But he attacks you. That hits. 4d8 plus 2. My God, I rolled 2 1s. You're really. So that's 2, 10, 15 plus 2, 17 bludgeoning damage. I would imagine that you're.
It's halved.
So that's halved. Just stupid. So you get 8 bludgeoning damage. If the target is huge or small, you're grappled, but you're neither. You're medium. And you take some psychic damage, which you're not. So actually, you take psychic damage because you are grappled with him. So 1d8 plus 5. And you have a psychic pulse, and you're going to take. So you'll take your 7 bludgeoning damage, and you're going to take another 8 psychic damage. As this guy wraps his tentacles around you and pulses with your in your mind. A Vince McMahon quote for you. Coming up. Stag, you're up.
Stag is still stunned. 7 more rounds. That's his turn.
Can you get healed from that or no?
Greater restoration.
Life sucks, then you die. End quote, Vince McMahon. Turgan. Do we do 2 Turgans in a row? Sprock.
Yeah, I went.
Yeah, Sprock, you're up.
Yeah. Gonna. I mean, I'm still levitating.
Yeah.
Hmm. I'm just gonna use my elemental multi-attack. Why isn't that rolling? It's at 18 hits
18 hits.
and 22 hits.
22 hits.
Awesome.
This was your wind guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
It is 29 damage.
29
altogether.
damage. He is not looking good at all. Oh no, that was Mind Flayer 2. Mind Flayer 2 is
Yeah,
dead.
Mind Flayer 2. Yeah.
Mind Flayer 2 is dead.
Yeah, he must be dead.
Yeah. That guy is fucked.
I'm not dead yet.
Yeah. You see this wind elemental just swap this guy into pieces. Stag, you can now go as your wind elemental went.
Well, yeah,
Stag or Sprock?
Sprock, I mean.
Yeah.
I can now what?
You can go, I think, right?
Yeah, I can still go. I guess I'm gonna attack this fucking mind flare. Or commute. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna attack the mind flare.
Let's get rid of the Mind Flayers first.
Oh, yeah?
Brain is going to be gonna take a while.
I mean, is there any left?
There's one. There's 2 mind flayers in the brain.
Oh, and we got the one mind flare, right?
Yeah.
So the other mind flare.
The other brain is the boss. He's taking 0 damage.
Yeah.
I'm just annoying him right now.
I'll just short sword because I'm right in front of the other mind flare.
Yeah, you will.
18 hits. Yeah,
That hits.
but it only does 8 damage.
8 damage. So that's 20. Yeah, okay. Should give it away. Elder Brain is going to use his legendary action, and he's going to Psychic Pulse. The Elder Brain targets a creature within 120 feet, which it has a psychic link. The enemy of the Elder Brain within 10 feet, enemies within the Elder Brain within 10 feet of that creature must take some damage. So he is going to, I guess wait, hold on. I think he might have to psychic link to the creature first, which is going to be. Are you incapacitated, Chris?
No, he got up, right?
I'm stunned.
You're stunned.
So I am incapacitated. I fail strength and dex saves. Attack against me have advantage. Incapacitated is. I mark that. I can't take actions or reactions.
Okay. So he's going to target Booterbot with his Psychic Pulse. And everyone within Booterbot 10 feet take 3d6 psychic damage. And that'll be... Ooh, he's not good. That's 16 psychic damage for everyone, including the table. No, I guess the table's not.
Table doesn't exist.
Wind element takes 16 damage. So he's up to 51. Stag takes 16 damage. Booterbot takes 16 damage. And Sprock takes 16 damage.
All right.
My elemental takes 16 damage.
Oh, yeah. And Sprock went. Mind Flare 1. Come on, baby. So he's grappled with Booterbot, correct?
Yes.
All right. He is going to Mind Blast your ass. Magic emits physical energy of... Actually, he could... No, he's got to take... You've got to be done for that. Okay. He's going to use his cone, and he's going to target you and the air elemental. And so I imagine he's just holding you. And he's going to be... The air elemental is going to be right behind. DC 15 intelligence saving throw for the air elemental and Booterbot.
Intelligence saving throw?
Mm-hmm. This is a big one.
All right, I passed. I got 21.
Wow. Air elemental?
13? Yeah, 13.
You take 4d8 plus 4, so that'll be 7 plus 6. That is... What is that? That's 14 plus 4, 18 psychic damage. And the wind elemental is now stunned for minutes.
Woof.
Hey, can you retcon something real fast? If I had a successful grapple, the Elder Brain automatically takes 3 damage from my shoulder.
Okay.
Spike.
Okay. I was waiting for first blood. First blood.
First blood on the Elder Brain.
Yeah. Tadpoles are flapping. All right. It is... Mind Flayer's done. It's Booterbot. You're up now. And Booterbot, your turn. You are feeling a very large sense of fear about baby Zergo. Like, what's going on? And the psychic, the Elder Brain can also make a charisma check on advantage. All right, that's his turn. You feel a sense of fear as the Elder Brain starts to play with your mind.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a tough fight for all of us to get out of. But
Indeed.
I got to keep the baby safe. Well,
Indeed.
I will attack the Mind Flayer closest to me is still up. Gonna hit him with my fist first. That's 23. That hits. So that'll be 9 damage. And then I'll swing with my sword, and I miss. I got a 5. So that he has disadvantage attacking anyone besides me.
This Mind Flayer is not looking very good. Elder Brain. All right, baby. Let's do this shit, huh? How many times are you gonna come up to me and how many times do you want to hug a Elder Brain? He's going to manipulate a conversation with you guys in your mind. Free action, Chris. This is your favorite. Vince McMahon quote. He's going to say, "I'm not afraid of failing. I don't like to fail. I hate to fail, but I'm not afraid of it." And he's going to tentacle attack fucking this asshole. Turgan, who's grappled with him already. And I'm sorry, I'm going slow here. All right, damn it. 12 does not hit you. That will be his turn for now. Stag, you're up.
Stag rolled a 17. -1 for a 16. Still stunned. 6 more rounds. That's his turn.
So that's death save 1.
No, that's stunned.
No, that's still stunned. He still has 4 hit points, but he's stunned on the table, not moving.
Okay. Turgan, you're up.
All right. So I'm going to do the shove action because you can, as part of the grapple, you can either do an unarmed strike or I can do a shove. So, and that's so I don't have to do a disengage to get out of this grapple.
Okay.
So the shove action is, hold on, I just had that. The target must succeed on a strength or dex saving throw, and I either push it 5 feet away or cause it to have the prone condition. The DC for the saving throw is equal to 8 plus your strength, my strength modifier, and proficiency bonus. So the DC is a 19. It has to get a 19.
On a strength?
Yes, and if
12.
it fails, it's okay. So it's in the prone condition now.
I'm going to use my legendary resistance. If the Elder Brain fails a saving throw, I can choose to succeed instead. So I'm going to use that to succeed.
All right, and then I'm going to do my bonus action, and I'm going to attack with my axe.
Okay.
1 attack. That was a 25 to hit.
That hits.
For 11 damage.
Okay. Jeez.
That's it.
Ow. Vince McMahon. It's Sprock's turn.
Brock, kill this Mind Flayer.
I mean, there's gotta be better Vince McMahon quotes out there, you know.
I just know the meme where he's like,
Yeah, no, that's yeah. That might be after if you guys win. That would be sick. The Mind Flayers is just like, I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about it. Sprock, you're up. Wind Elemental is stunned. And you might be muted. Or not muted.
you there, Sprock?
Yeah, Jake, are you listening? Are you enjoying? Shoot me a text if you'd like to shoot your longbow.
I mean, I definitely was hoping to have him go.
We can pause his turn and go and then come back to it.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's tough because Mind Flayer 1 is his next turn. But he's still grappled with Booter, so Mind Flayer.
Yeah, I think it's fine. We'll just say
Okay.
Jake skips his turn because he's psychically distraught.
Yeah. Mind Flayer is going to tentacle attack you, Booterbot, for a. Come on, give me something higher than that. 16?
Nope.
Damn it. That was going to be his turn, I guess.
All right. Problem solved.
Yeah. Booter, you're
Whose
up.
turn is it now?
Booter a bot.
All right, so I'm just gonna punch this guy with my Thunder Gauntlets, and I got a 21 to hit, 22 to hit, and I deal 10 damage. Is he still alive?
How much damage?
10.
He's alive. He's not looking very good.
I'll do another punch where I roll a nat 1, but that becomes a 10, but I don't think a 10 hits, so.
No, it does not.
All right, well, I punched him again, and he's looking really weak as we're sitting here staring each other in the face with his tentacles wrapped around my face.
All right. Elder Brain is going to go. Let's do some naughty shit. He is going to Mind Blast. Let's see. Creatures of Elder Brain's choice within 60 feet. Uh-oh. Let's see. Maybe it doesn't do that. Creature sense. Oh, you know what? Here's what it was. He's going to dominate. He's going to try to dominate monster once per day. He's going to try to charm Turgan. You attempt to beguile a creature that you can see within range. You must make a wisdom saving throw or be charmed for the duration.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to have my inspiration as backup just in case.
Okay.
Yeah, you do not want this to land.
Oh, dear God. Okay. Now I'm going to roll inspiration.
Come on.
Damn it.
No.
It was lower. I got a 7 is my highest.
That's okay. You are dominated, which means that while the creature is charmed, you have a telepathic link with it. As long as the two of you are in the same plane of existence, you can use a telepathic link to issue commands to the creature while you are conscious. No action required, which it does its best to obey. You can simply say, attack that creature. Ooh, nice. Okay. So you are dominated.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And he's going to say, bring me baby Zergo. Stag, your turn.
Stag is still stunned. I got a 2
Oh, yes.
for
Yes,
5
yes.
more rounds. That's his turn.
Turgan, you're up. Bring me baby Zergo.
Okay. I guess tell me what happens.
So you're dominated to the best of your ability. You're going to go try to bring me baby Zergo. And you know baby Zergo is inside of Booterbot. I think each time the target takes damage, it makes a wisdom saving throw against the spell.
Okay. So I'll do a wisdom saving throw.
Well, no. You're going to go try to attack Booterbot and get me the Zergo.
Oh, God.
So you are now
Okay.
You are now one of my minions. And you will be
Okay.
repeating, you will be convincing Booterbot as you attack him that the earth is flat indeed.
So what do? I roll to hit with what? My axe?
I would say that you are going to disengage from me and you're going to go over to Booterbot. Yeah, and you're going to attack Booterbot.
Okay. I'm sorry, Booterbot.
Okay.
Now, the 17.
No, misses.
Oh, thank God.
But you gotta
and
use all your
no.
attack actions. You can't just
Yeah.
attack once.
Yeah. Thank you,
Oh, shit.
Booterbot. Booterbot, I'm gonna give you a little inspiration.
21.
21. I see you. Your axes come flying at me. I put my shield up in time and block it barely.
Nice. Okay.
And the
Um,
shoulder attack, my favorite.
Oh, fucking 1 plus 11, so 12.
What a
12,
douche!
so
What a
I blocked
douche!
that
And that-
easily.
They're all. I rolled in D&D Beyond, so it's all there.
If the creature completes the order and does not receive further direction from you, it defends and preserves itself to the best of its ability. You can use your action to take total and possession control of the target. Oh, okay, so on my turn, I can either use you or not use you. If I don't use you, you snap out of it. I think.
Okay. Can I roll a wisdom save now? Or no?
You have to take damage.
Oh, I have
So,
to take damage. Okay.
On my turn, I'll tell you what to do, and then as my action.
And make sure you hit me, guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sprock's turn.
Sprock,
let's have
Sprock,
him.
are you there?
Sprock, we're gonna have shoot the. Who wants to roll for Sprock? Chris, why don't you play Sprock while you're stunned?
Okay.
My apology. Why don't you go twice since we skipped his
Oh,
turn?
it's all good. So Sprock,
He's going to heal. It's gonna.
it's gonna use all of his big spell slots. He has the elemental, and that's stunned. He is going to cast a spell. I don't know which one. So Turgan is right near us.
Yeah.
Is the Elder Brain and the Mind Flayer within 15 feet of each other?
Yes, of each other. Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Sprock is going to run over. I guess it'd be over onto this side to get within range to get them
Okay.
both. And he is going to cast a 4th level Thunder Wave.
Oh my god. Okay.
A con save DC 16.
Booterbot, you have to do that too since you
No,
are
it's I can.
grappled.
It's a 15-foot cube, and I'm going to put it so it only hits the two of them.
Okay.
So Sprock is
Got it.
out of the way, so it only hits the Elder Brain and that, and
What-
then this
what-
structure, part of the structure gets destroyed.
Okay. So what's the DC?
DC 16 con save.
Ooh,
nine.
nat 20 on the Mind Flare. Still alive.
9 plus
Does
12.
he take half damage though?
21. Yeah.
And the
21,
Elder Brain
28.
gets a natural 1, which is a 6.
So that's
how much does the Mind Flare take?
the Mind Flayer. Well, the total damage is 28 damage.
Mind
So
Flare.
the Mind Flayer would take half on a
you
success.
guys,
So it'd
you
be
guys
14.
see Mind Flayer's body parts just fly apart and bash against this this wall. It was so tough that Booterbot, you're still holding onto its arms. And
then-
the Elder Brain.
Takes 28 and gets thrown back 10 feet.
Can I give you a cool point for that, Spencer? That was fucking funny as shit.
How much damage?
28.
28. I love math. Okay, it is Mind Flayer 1's turn. It's dead. Booterbot, you're standing there with Mind
Well-
Flayer arms in your hand. Go ahead, Chris. Sorry.
The elemental is going to try and save for its stun. Whatever. It's
Yeah,
It's a -3 on it, right?
yeah.
So it needs a nat 20. It fails.
Nice.
It's
Yeah.
a 5% chance.
Yeah. All right. Elder Brain is the last bad guy. The sounds and footprints from the other room become louder and louder. They seem to be disturbing you. You guys keep going over looking, and you can see shadows. You see one small creature start to walk towards down the hallway into this room. Nothing to fear quite yet. And it is Buddhabot's turn.
All right. Well, I'm gonna brush the mind flayer parts off of me, and then I'm gonna fly over to the Elder Brain, get right up in its face, and first I'll hit it with the Thunder Gauntlets. Or I maybe want 14. Does that hit?
Yes.
All right. So I hit him with the Thunder Gauntlets for 8 damage, and he has disadvantage attacking anyone besides me. Then I'll swing my sword, and I got a nat 20. That's pretty
Damn it.
great.
It's terrible.
And I will do. Wow, 29 damage.
Wow. Okay.
And I say,
Um,
if you want Zergo, you're gonna have to get him over my cold, dead body. Emphasis on cold, dead, because I'm already cold.
Chris, your I should have said this before. Your thing hit the brine layer thing that the Elder Brain was sitting in, so you got
Yeah.
tadpoles and brines leaking out onto the floor.
Good.
Good. Booterbot, you have angered Mr. Elder Brain. He is going to. I already did dominate. No, I did not do dominate monster yet. I did do dominate monster. Sorry. He's going to tentacle attack you with a 19, and
That
does
misses.
really? Damn,
Yeah.
son. Wow.
I have a ton of armor.
I don't like that at all. That's gonna be his turn. It is Stags. You're up.
Stag is still stunned for another 4 rounds.
Wow, that sucks. Turkin, you're up.
All right. This is gonna have to be my last turn right now, but I can still play while I'm driving to work. So I don't know how much longer we're gonna go, but
Yeah, it's not gonna be too much longer, I don't think.
no, it's fine though. I'm just letting you know I won't be able to see the tabletop. But I'm gonna attack. Oh no! What can I do? I'm charmed still.
You have to do
No,
what
you're
the brain bids.
you're not stunned charmed anymore because I took damage.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
All right.
let's
So
mess
I'm
this
gonna
guy
like
up, dude.
shake my face. I'm gonna shake my head and be like, "All right, well, I don't know what that was." And I'm gonna hit him with my axe. First attack is a 18. Second attack is a 29. So let me know which of those hit.
Those both hit.
Nice. So first attack damage is a 10. Oh, and also because I'm raging, I get +3 melee damage. So oh, it's already factored in. Okay. So 10 damage on the first one. And then ooh, nice. 18 damage on the second one. And then my shoulder bash for so it was a 12 to hit. Probably misses, right?
That hits.
Oh, nice.
Very large
So
brain.
what was the total?
9 damage.
How much?
And so for the total, that would be damn it, where's the log? Oh, there we go. So the total damage would be 28 plus 9 37.
Wow. Okay.
So 37 damage.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Turgan doing some daddle. Sprock.
Sprock is going to look up at this. So does Sprock hate these mind flayers, or does he not care?
He how did we do it? He has telepathic communication with it. He's not controlled by the mind flayer though.
Okay, but he doesn't hate them.
No.
No, okay. I was gonna
Why?
see how cruel Sprock would be. Like destroy all of the breeding pool. No, I'll just attack our man. Sprock will look over at this and just clench his fist, and the ground just starts erupting all around this elder brain and start trying to claw it and grab it and pull it down into the earth. A dexterity saving throw as Sprock casts a 5th level erupting earth. D12s.
What kind of saving throw?
A dexterity saving throw.
18.
You succeed, but you take half. And the area underneath it is difficult terrain. So, well,
How much
it doesn't matter
damage?
because it's floating.
Yeah, how much
It
damage?
is, well, hold on, it's 5d12. 3, 6, 14, 19,
Wow.
23, half 11. 11 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
Oh, that's shit. But that's his turn. And intelligence save for elemental. A 19 minus 3 is a 16. Failed.
He legendary action, psychic pulse, with Booterbot. The Elder Brain targets a creature within 120 feet of it, which it has a psychic link. Enemies of the Elder Brain within 10 feet of that creature take 3d6 psychic damage.
Just me and Turgan, right?
Yeah, just you and Turgan. So you guys are going to take 3d6, 8 psychic damage each.
Okay.
It's your turn, Booterbot.
All right.
It's not that bad.
No, it's not bad at all. I like the Wolverine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna keep doing the thing because it's the right thing to do. I'm gonna attack with my fist. 19 hits. Do 10 damage. Attack with my sword. Sword has 22 to hit. That hits.
Yep.
And I deal 18 damage.
Okay.
Chopping away at this guy. He has disadvantage
He's
attacking anyone besides
starting to
me.
look like he is worn and torn. It's the Elder Brain's turn now. He is going to... target an incapacitated creature. Stag targets one incapacitated creature. It can perceive with its creature sense trait to establish a psychic link with the creature. Until the psychic link ends, the Elder Brain can perceive everything the target senses. The target becomes aware that something is linked in its mind. It is no longer blah, 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 blah. The target can use an action on its turn to attempt to break the psychic link. On a successful save, the target takes DC's. So hold on. The target can use an action on its turn to attempt to break the psychic link. Doing so, a successful DC Charisma saving throw.
Yeah.
On a success, you take psychic damage. The psychic link also ends if the target or Elder Brain are more than 5 miles apart. No consequence to the target. The Elder Brain can form a psychic link for up to 10 creatures at a time. So he's going to form a psychic link with you.
Okay.
And he is going to attack Booterbot with his tentacle, and that's going to miss with a 13. Stag, you're up.
Stag.
Come on, baby.
Nope, I rolled a 13. 3 more rounds.
Wow. Pussy. Turgan, you're up. You got mind blasted, dude. It's you know.
That happens. You
Yes.
found my dump stat.
Turgan's up.
All right. I'm gonna continue trying to finish off this fucking guy. With my attacks. So that's first one is a 29 to hit. Second one is 25 to hit, and then the shoulder is
This is huge.
a
By the way.
28 to hit. So that all
Those
3
all
attacks hit.
Oh my god.
Now let's see how bad the damage is. So, 8 plus 8, 16 plus 11. So that's a 27. So I rolled 2 ones, so you got lucky. But 27 damage
Okay.
for the first attack. For that's for all 3 of my attacks.
Yeah. So the Elder Brain's not looking very good. Sprock.
Sprock is going to what? Can he do that as a bonus action? No, it's an action for him. Shit. He
Are you
is
awake,
going
finally?
no, this is Sprock, not Stag.
Oh, sorry.
So Sprock is going to he's going to use another big spell. So I did 5th of there, so he has a 4th. He is gonna do another one of those erupting earths.
Oh my god.
The ground is going to coil up around this thing, a 4th level spell for that. So another dexterity saving throw, DC 16. 11.
A dex or con?
Dex.
10.
17. That fails. 17 plus 5 is 22 plus 7, 29 points of bludgeoning damage.
I can't believe this. Describe your kill. I was
So
gonna plane shift this fucking guy out of there. So there goes that fucking loose end.
So the ground
Fuck.
tried once to encompass this, but the Elder Brain was too slippery. And where the pillars and the fingers of this earth stopped, new, like Wolverine claws shot out from the fingers and just went and grappled it once more and pulled it into this frozen prison of arms wrapping around this skull as it crushes it and squeezes it, and bits of this blue ooze and gel start to ooze away from the skull or the brain.
Nice.
Sweet, cool point for Chris for that. That was great.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of zombies.
Yeah, that's just for effect. Okay, this brain just breaks apart, and Sprock. I wish Jake was here for this. This Elder Brain. You see all the tadpoles flapping on the ground. They stop flapping and they're dead as their sentient, pretty much their sentient, like godlike being has died. Their yearning to survive also dies. And in my world, I would say that the mind flayers that because the mind hive of the Elder Brain was in charge, I would say that those mind flares in this area, or the blue mind flares, sort of just cease to be. Like they're still there, but they're mindless. Okay, so that was that. As you guys turn around, you see that there are a wall of zombies. They're not walking in, but there are a wall of zombies that have slowly crept up on you. Those zombies are standing still. They aren't walking into the room. And Chris, I think that because you're stunned, I'm going to give everyone a perception check. At this table, well, you guys are somewhat trapped, but what would you guys like to do here? Except that you guys are...
I mean, we can like.
Sprock had a 31 perception check.
The table, and since you are a mind flayer, you know that things are not quite as they seem. This jar has written on it it says to the under. And in this jar there's like a weird liquidy ooze floating.
To the under?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think this will take us to the Underdark?
As Sprock. Yes, I think this will take us all the way down to the Underdark.
What are we going to do? Well, what are we going to do about our airship? I guess. But there's also, is there any other way out?
I don't know. Doesn't
Well,
look that way.
look, Mickey Mouse. I was asking the group.
I'm down to go to the Underdark.
All right. Well, can we loot the brain? What do we get out of the brain?
Yeah. I was gonna say before we do anything, can we loot the room and all the bodies and?
Yes, you can. Let's do a random.
I
loot
could
table.
put my elemental in front of the doorway to help protect us.
Let's do a random. Let's give you guys powerful items.
Sprock has a new voice. I'm very happy for Jake to hear.
All right. Roll me. Everyone's gonna roll me a d20, and I'm gonna grab my manual, which is somewhere in here, for the loot.
Bergen got a 13.
You usually only roll d20.
Yeah.
I got an 8.
All right. Let's go. All right. All right. What'd you guys? Sorry. Redo your rolls and roll me a D100. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, that's fine. I rolled a 36.
All right. And then Chris, you're gonna roll. You're gonna roll for Sprock as well.
Okay.
36. Butterbot, you get a cloak of protection.
Bergen rolled an 11.
Turgan.
Yeah, that's so funny. I actually have a cloak of protection already, but I'll give it to someone else.
Turgan.
If it increases AC, I'll trade you.
Turgan, you get a +1 weapon of your choice.
You should keep the weapon, but I'll give you the cloak, Turgan. I'll say I have one of these, and I'll toss it to you.
I don't need the weapon. My axe is like pretty awesome. So like you don't want a +1 weapon?
I have tranquility, so I don't really need it.
Sure.
But
I'm sure Matt just keep it. I'm sure Matt or someone else wants it.
Get something that like a cleric would like a mace or something.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. What does the cloak do?
+1 to AC and all saves.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, so I'm giving that to you.
All right, thank you.
I see the cloak. I go, I have one of these, and I toss it to you. Good job. Good job today. That if you hadn't grappled him, it could have been much worse.
Thank you.
And Sprock and Chris.
Stag got a 64.
A weapon of warning.
Ooh, perfect.
And what did Sprock get?
Sprock got a 22.
A amulet of proof against detection and location.
Okay, that's perfect.
And you guys
and
are going to
then-
see. You guys are going to see also on this table that there are 4 wands. Each of these wands has 3 crystals on it that are lit up, that are shining. From your past experiences, one would lead to believe that these wands can be used the number of times the crystals are lit up. They are going to each be wands of wonder that you guys will be able to use 3 times each before they break.
Wow.
I did.
Yeah,
I mean,
let's.
last time I gave everyone wands of wonder. Gave Jake a wand of wonder. That's all he did. But he also requested his wand of wonder back. This is my way of giving it to you guys. So everyone receives a wand of wonder for defeating the mind flayer and your random items. Now,
Yeah, one more thing before we go to this jar of under. Can I do something?
yes,
Can I please harvest up to 3 vials of the Elder Brain fluid?
the yes.
All right.
You'll have bottles and stuff. I'm sure that Turgan's empty bottles of potion that he took you can use. You have
Like
Yeah.
some,
Yeah.
like some dead tadpoles. What's the worst that could happen?
So you are picking up 3 vials of Elder Brain brine.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, and I mean, gosh. The neural core. Oh boy, do I want to risk it for that? Let me see. Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, so I'm gonna try to harvest the Elder Brain neural core,
Okay.
which is highly valued by artificers for electrical machinations, apparently. Um, so let me try to do that. I need to get an Arcana 20.
I'll guidance you.
Well,
All right, I'll use your guidance. Is it plus? Is it plus
It's a
D4?
D4. Yep.
Oh man, I got 18 so far. So let's see. Oh, I got a 1, so I got 19. I didn't get it.
oh
That's okay.
well. So
Who knows what
you're
that
cutting
could-
this thing open and it just shoots out and dribbles all over the floor.
Yeah.
Each one of your vials will have 2 tadpoles, sort of just floating there. They're not dead, but they are mindless. Zergo inside your body.
Yes.
He is awake, but barely, and that's where you guys will end this session. You guys can
Do we want to
decide.
take the Underdark portal as the final thing that we do so that you don't have to like reload this whole dungeon next time and can start the next one?
Sure. Do you guys want to do that? You guys want to go through? You can.
Yeah.
There's also another way out
Well, through the
okay.
zombies.
through the zombies, and potentially more
Well-
hazardous characters.
Well, then maybe we should wait and let us decide that next time.
Yeah.
What do you
Well,
What do you think?
because up here in the upper sky, this is where the white skull is,
Right.
and we may not. It was a pain in the ass to get up here in the first place.
That's true. We had to steal a whole core. That was the whole thing. We crashed an
Yeah.
island.
Yeah.
That was a lot of work that we had to put in to get here. All right, so let's hold
The
on it. We'll stop
jar,
here.
and here's the plot twist right before I leave. The jar is movable.
Oh,
Take the jar.
with you.
Ah.
that is a good plot twist. I like it.
Dun dun
And-
dun.
Sprock will tell you he has a cubic gate, so he can get us to any plane we need.
Nice.
Cool.
End scene. Roll high and subscribe.